Hello. This is a quick overview
Previously
of
on
the
X-Men.
X-Men
Memories are merely
animated
dim
series,
images echoing with
Xmen97,
emotion.
Season 2, Episode 1, Days of Past Future. In this episode, we hear the previously on X-Men being dubbed by Gambit's voice actor, highly suggesting that Gambit will be back, if that wasn't obvious yet. We then see Bishop and Forge discussing who goes where, because the X-Men are in the year 4000 and in, I think it was like 1800 BC. In both of these time periods, Apocalypse is either at the height of his power in the future or coming to power in the past. Bishop chooses to go to the past, into Egypt, and Forge chooses to go into the future to go and meet Storm. Bishop tells Forge, go with time. Forge reminds him that this machine spits in the face of time. Bishop then jokes that he should apologize to time later if he wants to. Forge lands in the future and is immediately attacked by robots, but he is very shortly saved by the X-Men. We see Wolverine with his bone claws attacking the robots, and Storm destroying two of the robots. We then find out that the X-Men have actually been in the future for a couple of months. They don't specify how many months. The leader of the resistance, I guess, in the future is called Mother Ascani. We see multiple images suggesting that she has the Phoenix Force, but for some reason it seems like the Phoenix is weaker in the future, would be my assumption. Either that or she's waiting for Cable to grow up and fulfill the prophecy, rather than brute force and destroying Apocalypse just with the power of the Phoenix. So, in the future, Cable is still probably a young teenager, and he's learning to control his powers. We see that Jean has been training him to keep the techno-organic virus under control. But with Forge's arrival, the X-Men can now return to the past, and Scott and Jean decides to leave the camp with his Cable, so that he doesn't have to grow up to become this mutant resistance leader for many years all by himself without his parents. It is one of the many stupid moves, or at least moves that don't completely follow the thread of the story. Scott and Jean already met the adult Cable, and Cable is not Jean's biological son, even though she's grown to love him. It is odd that she wouldn't be the voice of reason to say, we can't just run away. Beyond that, where exactly would the three of them run? Like, Apocalypse owns the future. There's no safe place for them to hide other than with the Ascani tribe. Anyways, because they ran away, they get captured by Apocalypse's forces. And then the rescue plan is basically to take the base of the Ascani, which is actually a spaceship or possibly a helicarrier, to fly that and catch up with the train that is actually taken Cable, Jean, and Scott to meet Apocalypse. We see hundreds, if not thousands, potentially more dead mutants outside of Apocalypse's citadel, which just goes to show how terrible life under Apocalypse would be. Under Magneto, life as a human would be terrible. In present day, life as a mutant isn't so good. But in the future, or any time that Apocalypse comes to power, no one actually has a good life, whether human or mutant. Even powerful mutants simply just become slaves to Apocalypse. So there is no good life under Apocalypse. Anyways, Cable frees himself with the guidance of Jean, because he basically can control the techno-organic virus. and he uses that to free them. Um, After that, the four horsemen come and attack Jean, Cable, and Cyclops again, but they're saved by the arrival of the X-Men. You would think that with the three of them saved that they would depart. Instead, what actually happens is Mother Ascani uses the train to attack Apocalypse's citadel and breaks through the barrier. One of those other things that don't quite follow the story is there was a statement that, well, we can't break into Apocalypse's headquarters because it's impenetrable, blah, 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 and once the train gets in, then there's no way to rescue them. But, like, if the way to defeat Apocalypse was simply to ram a train through the front door, then why wasn't that done ages ago? Anyways, we see Cable looking at the mutants that were kept in cages by Apocalypse, and he decides to free them by using his telekinesis to clear the rubble in front of the blocking their exit. So Apocalypse decides to run with his horsemen defeated, and he runs into the past, and we see, at least in my opinion, a fairly funny statements like, well, we're going to attack the X-Men when they're the weakest in the 90s. So I do wonder whether or not Xmen97 is going to slightly regret calling it 97. It's like, how many years can they be stuck in the year 97? Because it seemed that even in the present time, X-Men were missing for a couple of months. So technically, they can't be in the year 97 forever. I wonder if one of the seasons are going to call it X-Men 98 or just drop the X-Men, just drop the year from it. Anyways, I would rate this episode probably a strong 7 or maybe even a low 8. Overall, it was pretty entertaining, and there were very few downtime in it, but like I couldn't quite get my head around the gaps in the story. But anyways, I'll probably break out the first 3 episodes one at a time. All being well, I should get the second episode review out tomorrow. Thank you and have a good day.